Hey guys, this is Josh from Spotted Euros. We got two new cars. They're right behind me, this one and this one, and we're going to talk about it. If you've ever wondered what cars look like when they come from a dealer-only auction, well, stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, which is probably pretty much all of you, considering we have a whole 10 subscribers, go ahead and subscribe. I've got mixed feelings about these two cars. Most of the cars that come from the auction, or almost all of them, have issues. That's why they're at the auction, which is fine, it's normal. But when you've got a whole fleet of cars that have issues, sometimes it's a little demotivating to put stuff together. Now, what I always say is once we clean the car up, we'll really be able to tell where the car's at, and that definitely is the case with these two. So this Mini Cooper we picked up last week. We made a video on picking it up. We picked it up in California. But this wagon we just picked up 2 days ago in Las Vegas. So let's go through some of what these cars need. Let's start with the Mini Cooper. So a couple of issues right off. Front end looks a little tired. Some of that has to do with the headlights being foggy. The other bit is the trim piece. Trim piece is missing here. These pieces have been painted, but they're kind of chipped up and kind of flat. The bumper is pushed out in a couple of places. There's a scuff there. There's I'm not sure if you can see that, but that grill piece is falling. The good thing is it's there, but that needs to be fixed. Previous Bondo job, it's chipped. The inside is actually really nice. I have not even touched this, and the only thing would be this, but the good news is we have that piece. Yeah, here it is right here. We have that piece, so we just gotta, I'll probably just glue that in. The problem is it slides off. Runs well, drives well. It only has 70,000 miles. Now, it does have a couple of lights on, and there's some issues with it, and I think most of it leads to this TRA mode. Let me know if anyone has experience with these. So I've looked it up and found multiple people saying, hey, my car's in transport mode, what do I do? And there's not a lot of answers. Basically it comes to, you got to be able to run the computer and change the settings. But so I got to get that done. And what's weird is this transport mode turns off certain things. So like, I'm not sure if you heard before, but the stereo, only half of it's working. The wipers aren't working, which based off of reading some stuff, it seems to be that transport mode. At least other people have said similar stuff, but like I said, I'm not exactly sure, but we got to figure that out. Sunroofs, as you can see, front and back, which is nice. Yeah, it's a solid car. It's clean on the inside, needs some attention outside, and we need to get rid of all those lights. Now, the only other downside to this is that the car does have a rebuilt title, which is lame, but if we can clean it up, I think we can be good, or I think we'll be good. Now let's take a look at this wagon. So I've got kind of a love-hate, well, I don't know. The problem with these diesels is that they come filthy. and they come pretty beat up. Like, look at all this. We had one recently and we did a video on it, and if you want to watch that one, it's the same thing, same story, different car. So the love-hate is, I love these cars, they're great cars, but the hate is their condition, and it's, like I said, all the same. Now, my theory and what I think is going on, probably two things. Reason one, these have been sitting in a field, they've got dust and dirt everywhere. I mean, if you spray in these doors down the window, usually dirt and everything comes out the bottom every time. So that's one thing. Two, second issue or reason why these come so rough is they've been bouncing around to a bunch of people who don't care about the car. So what do I mean by that? These cars were turned in to a dealership at some point because of the recall, and because of that, maybe towards the end of ownership on these, people just stopped caring because they were going to turn them in, and because it didn't really matter much, so they did stuff like this. They didn't rotate the tires, they didn't care about hitting curbs or whatever else. And yeah, so owners. So the owners at the end of their ownership stopped caring because they were turning these cars in. Second thing is they go to a dealer. Dealer doesn't care about these cars. So maybe they get bumped or they get scratched by different things or different people, and it doesn't matter. So that's definitely a possibility. So, like, once again, stuff like this. Also, these have been on and off trucks probably multiple times. And once again, you got transport companies who really don't care, and it really doesn't matter if something happens to the car. These cars are good, they're good cars, but so many of them, if not all of them, have little scratches, have little nicks, have little stuff all over the car almost every time. That's the love-hate. I love the car, but I hate their condition. So this is a 2013 Jetta wagon. It's the diesel, like I said before. It's got 82,000 miles. I love the navy. I specifically got this one because I'm a little tired of the white. We've had a number of white Jetta wagons recently, but I like the navy. I prefer the tan seats, so the white and tan really looks good. Also, no sunroof, slick top. Those are the two new cars that we got, the Mini Cooper and this wagon. So I'm gonna spend some time today, clean this thing up, see what we see what's underneath all of the filth. But go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you know anything about that transport mode. That would be good.